Now, welcome to a review of Deadpool and Wolverine, where we'll kick it off with some non-spoiler talk, and then move into all the good, juicy spoiler talk afterwards. And we will give you we'll give you a nice warning before we do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll let you begin. What did you think of Deadpool and Wolverine?
I very much enjoyed it.
All right.
It was so fun in the theater. I mean, we saw it late at night, so the theater wasn't packed. But it was great because you could hear the whole theater laughing together.
Yeah, there were like a dozen people, so
it was really fun. I had a great time watching it. I was smiling throughout most of the movie. The characters had heart, a lot of good feels going on. It was just a great time at the movie theater, I think.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot. No but really.
Okay.
Maybe the only kind of but I would say is a little more violent than I needed.
Well, this one was rated R, so if you are planning on taking your kids,
don't take them to this, no.
This one, the violence is extreme.
It's extreme.
The blood is extreme. The adult nature is a little more out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of jokes that would probably go over the heads of kids, but...
the language is definitely extreme.
Every other word begins with the letter F.
Yep, and the other words in between are no picnic either.
No. So, not saying I have a problem with that. I was fine with it. I'm just saying it was probably more than it even needed to be.
Just a little too over the top, maybe?
Yeah, you didn't need to go quite as extreme as they went sometimes, I thought. I'm like, all right, you got your point across.
Part of me thinks they went that hard because of the fact that it was Disney.
Yeah, I do too. I think they pushed the envelope as far as they could.
I agree.
Intentionally so.
I agree.
And it is pushed.
It is pushed.
It is pushed.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I enjoyed it. I don't know that I needed quite that much. I agree it had quite a bit of heart.
It did.
Which surprised me because one of my biggest...
didn't surprise me.
One of my biggest gripes with the first two is every time the movie would kind of get serious, it gets undercut by something hilarious.
By
like
a joke
Deadpool
or something ridiculous.
This movie did not do that, and I appreciated that. I mean, it did sometimes, but there were moments when it allowed it to, be a real movie, if that makes sense.
Yes. And of course, the charisma between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds
it's perfect.
Perfect.
They're perfect together
They are. They meld in all the right ways to make a really great duo with a lot of soul, great acting. It's wonderful.
I mean, Hugh Jackman in particular impressed. I mean, he's been
always impressive.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say it's the first time he's ever been anything good, but really he kind of steals the show because he is the part of the movie that has the heart, I'll say. Though Deadpool does too.
Right.
He's got his own kind of heart-wrenching story as well. It's almost like what I like about this movie is they almost like take this little slice of the movie Logan, what makes that movie so good, why you really like Wolverine in that movie. Not that you don't like him elsewhere. But they take that little slice and they kind of they wedge it into this film and it really works.
Right. I think we can hit on that more in the spoiler section.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, that's not even supposed to be a spoiler as much as I'm just saying like what worked in Logan also works in this in a way.
But this was a great definition of a summer movie. Action, laughter, heart, cameo fest, fun.
Oh god, yeah. Spoiler. I mean, it's almost a spoiler to say how many
there are cameos,
but there are so many. In here.
So many that you might not catch them all. I don't even know if I caught them all, and I definitely my brain was working overtime.
Yes, that if you're kind of blinking or not really paying attention, you're going to miss a few in the background. But there are. Oh my god, are there cameos in this? Yes. But yeah, overall, just a very enjoyable... I mean, if you've enjoyed the first two Deadpool movies, obviously you're going to like this one.
I think out of the three Deadpool movies, this one might be my favorite Deadpool movie.
It's my favorite for the reasons I said, that this one didn't just always have to take it over the top. It allowed it to be a movie at sometimes instead of just like a big running joke. This one had by far the most heart, and it worked. You can even...
this was top form for Marvel.
It was, sadly, because it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
And speaking of that,
it's funny because, like, we complain that Taika Waititi takes Marvel into when they went too
stupid,
jokey.
But it's stupid. It's a stupid humor versus a more...
But Deadpool does it right. He knows how to take this humor that is stupid, but he elevates it and he does it in a way that makes you not feel stupid if you laugh at it.
He elevates stupid humor. It's a little more...
It's an art with him.
I don't know how to even explain it because I don't want to use the word sophisticated at all. But it is a little more than just like dumb humor. It has a little more to it. Ryan Reynolds is just... And Chris Hemsworth is great, too, as the kind of stupid, goofy Thor.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds is just better at delivering this kind of humor, I think.
I think so.
If that makes any sense at all.
Well, and because we know his character's supposed to deliver this kind of humor. Yeah, I think that helps,
too. We want it to be kind of
Taika Waititi's version of Thor...
is disappointing to someone who loves
because
Thor.
You see kind of a de-evolution of the character. You see him turn from a serious character into a joke.
Yeah, because I like the character Thor. Mm-hmm. Surprise, surprise, with the name. And so I like Ragnarok, but I don't like that it's a Thor movie, if that makes sense. Because I don't like Thor
fit his character.
Being turned into kind of that joke. But I'm getting off topic here.
Well, should we move into the spoiler section and really hit on it?
Yeah, let's move spoilers. So, red alert. I mean, again, if you're someone who liked the first couple Deadpool movies, you're going to love this one.
Absolutely.
If you're on the fence about it because of the violence and everything, I think you'll be all right with it.
Right.
All right.
All right, spoilers. This will be fun. Cameos. Let's start with the cameos.
Who's your favorite cameo? I know what mine is.
Oh, I want to hear yours first.
Well, it's close, but it's got to be Gambit, right?
It's got to be Gambit. Oh, Channing Tatum's Gambit.
That
the
big
Gambit
rumor from the years ago.
Rumored. The Gambit that never
so
happened.
Well. What the hell?
It was so good. The costume, great. Channing Tatum's performance, great. The accent, great. The powers, everything. They even had the glint in his eye now, and it was perfect.
It was surprisingly amazing.
Now I want to see more of Channing Tatum.
I know, he needs to be in like
Gambit.
Secret War or something like that. We need more. No, he just needs to get his movie. He needs to be Gambit in the new X-Men MCU, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I liked Elektra. I loved when Wesley Snipes comes out here to talk about, like, Blade, the only one.
And then Deadpool kind of gives a little look like, well, I guess it is because they can't seem to get the other one made.
Oh my gosh.
No, Blade was probably my second favorite because I didn't even think about the fact that they would use like some of the old, old school Fox movie heroes, even though I should have expected it.
You should have. You want to know my second favorite?
Sure.
Henry Cavill.
Okay, that might be my first.
The Calverine!
That might, because I have a weird love of Henry Cavill. So that in a way is the first.
But good as Wolverine.
But it wasn't a cameo of a character we'd known from elsewhere.
It was an actor cameo.
Yeah, so it's different. I can separate the two. But no, I was like, sign him up. Like, he was getting old. I love Hugh as Wolverine. I love the little Wolverine.
The comically accurate sized Wolverine.
Perfect. But
I loved all the Wolverines because I'm watching. I'm like, I know you. know you.
Yes. Oh yeah. I like some they like reference some of the comic book, like the famous cover where he's on the X. Yes. So I loved all of that. There was so many nice little callbacks that, again, in a movie like this where you're expecting just over the top shenanigans and all that stuff, you're fine with it.
Pyro, Toad, Juggernaut, Psylocke,
Sabretooth. I knew Sabretooth was going to get killed like instant, like the big fight everybody's been waiting for, and now he's just gonna...
Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, which I called it. The moment we saw him, I'm like, that's not Captain.
No.
X-23.
Yeah, I think that was the one I was like...
the Acolyte, and she was Jackie, but I like her back in this role. I feel like she was better playing X-23.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that gives you some of those Logan feels, too, when she's talking to Hugh Jackman. Yeah. It's great, the heart that was brought in because of that.
No, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So many good stuff.
Yeah, there was so much to love about it.
Mm-hmm. The only detriment to that is because they referenced so many cameos. They referenced so many of those other movies. If you didn't know, you didn't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like you needed to, in your head, you almost needed to have known all of the Fox Marvel movies.
Some of them are really bad. Like Elektra was so bad.
Elektra,
which is what makes
Daredevil,
it so good. And you're happy
Fantastic Four.
I'm happy for Jennifer Garner that she's been in a good movie now.
Yeah.
A good comic book movie, sorry.
Wow.
I just took my compliment and made it a backhanded one.
Yeah. And you needed to have all the Marvel movies in Disney Plus because they straight up Loki.
Oh, Loki, yeah.
Loki
if you haven't seen Loki, you're
Seasons
like,
1 and
where
2.
are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed both seasons because you needed to know how it ends to know why the TVA functions the way it does, in a way. They try to cover it, but it's just not the same.
Really, they really...
Deadpool, when he references the exact episode Goliath is...
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I feel like, and it's sad that I feel like you might miss something if you don't know all the references.
All of them.
Literally all of the references.
Yes, because they're like we were saying, there's so many, like when they go to the camp or whatever, and you're seeing all the background, you're like, oh my god, is that Lady Deathstrike from like the Wolverine movie?
Like, there's Lady Deathstrike.
It's like, oh my god, they are going deep, aren't they?
They did go deep. They just delved into here's what we can go with, and they pulled it all.
Yeah,
all the
it's
stops.
all in there. Everybody's
all in there. The Deadpool core.
Oh god, yeah.
His wife is Lady Deadpool.
Blake Lively, yeah. Even though I thought for sure the mask would come off and there would be some kind of joke about that being his like real, life wife and all that, but no.
Honestly, I thought that the mask was going to come off and it was going to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because there were all those rumors that Taylor Swift was going to be playing Dazzler in this.
Yeah, which is really
I could
strange.
see her as Dazzler,
Well,
honestly.
I guess so, yeah.
So I kept thinking, like, well, maybe that's Taylor. No,
it was his wife.
No. Every Deadpool has a Peter.
Yes. Just the ridiculous things that if this was any other movie, you would go, oh my god, that is so stupid. That is just...
I could just keep gushing about stuff, because the music choices...
A lot of old school... there were...
Dancing to Bye 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 at the beginning while he's killing all the TVA members.
Yes. Just songs that I had forgot had existed.
There was some Michelle Branch in there, and that was my jam at one point.
You were all excited about that one.
I was. Madonna.
Yep.
Some good stuff. At one point during the car fight, before they switched to Grease, it was The Greatest Showman, and I was like, oh, that's Hugh. That's your song.
That is Hugh's
song. Your song. Everything about this, the details they put into this were just spectacular, and I love that Disney let him make fun of them.
Yeah, because there are many points in there where there's shots taken at Disney and at current day Marvel. Yes. Yeah. How there hasn't been too many hits since Endgame, shall we say.
The fact that he kept referring to himself as Marvel Jesus because he was going to save the MCU.
Yeah.
The fact that we can't talk about the White Devil.
We can't talk about cocaine, but we're going to talk about it constantly.
Well, you can't do it.
You can't do it, but
you can
reference it like 17 different times in the movie.
By every name you could think of. Yeah. They did a really good job.
Yeah, it was exactly what you wanted out of the movie.
Out of a fun movie to just shut your brain off and enjoy.
Yeah.
I will say... And there was one thing that I really picked apart. I picked it apart on the car ride home, and you were like, "Really?" I'm like, "I have to say something." I was.
I'm like, "Really? This is where you're gonna take issue with?"
No, it's not an issue. But if I was that person who wanted to really dig in and dissect this fun
then
blockbuster,
you're missing the entire point of the movie.
Yes.
But yes.
The only complaint that I really would have is Cassandra Nova, our villain. The fact that she could have just killed Deadpool and done whatever she wanted and did not.
Yeah, but the problem when you have a villain like that is you have to sometimes...
She's too powerful, yeah.
Yeah, it's way too powerful.
Like, she's like, here, let me just bash Wade around a little bit and set him aside while I do this Wolverine stuff.
Yeah.
She could have just killed them. She could have just killed either one of them. She could have got rid of Deadpool, who she seemed to hate.
Yeah, well, she hated all the Deadpools.
She hates all the Deadpools, even though they kind of seem to work for her, but...
Yeah, don't try to make sense of that either.
No, okay. But... That would be, like, the only thing I'd really pick apart is that Cassandra Nova had the power to stop Deadpool whenever she wanted and just didn't.
Yeah.
But I loved it so much that I'm overlooking all that because it was too fun.
Well, I overlooked that because, of course, it's going to be something silly and stupid. I mean, how many things in the movie were just silly and stupid and that if you really thought about it, made no sense. Yeah.
90%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all
Fantastic Car was in there. Don't forget the Fantastic Car.
It was.
It was another of those blink and you miss it. I was like, Fantastic Car!
Yeah.
I was almost sad we weren't watching it at home so I could sit there and yell out the cameos.
You were already... I mean, we were in a pretty empty theater, but you were already kind of a little chatty. I know.
Fantastic Car.
But you were very quiet with it. I don't think you were bugging anybody else.
Yeah, so. I would have loved to see the Spider-Mobile.
Maybe it's in there. Didn't they put that in Loki, or am I crazy?
I don't remember off the top of my head right now.
Probably not.
But...
You love the...
They joked about ripping off Mad Max and then...
Yeah, and then they go all in on it with Furiosa. Yes. I'm sure they got permission for that.
Having Chris Evans just swear up a storm because everyone remembers his role more as Captain America than as Johnny.
Language cap.
Language. That was the minor thing. I mean, he stayed through the post-credit scene. He really did say all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Deadpool wasn't really just throwing him under the... No, he really did say all that stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to see them make another one.
I think
Another one. I mean, he
I
joked
love the
that he
reference
was going to
of
be doing it
Wolverine
until he's 90.
Yeah,
Wolverine until he's 90.
because he's got to be in Secret War, right?
Yeah, I love when they ripped his clothes off and it's like glistening, rippling abs, and Wade's just like.
Yes, we all were. Come on now.
That they went the full distance with the costume.
Yeah. I love the Thor reference that he got to see like the future where he like Thor's gonna be like crying when he dies, and every time he'd like wake up or something, Thor, you know, or
Thor.
something, yes.
Oh my god, baby knife.
Yeah, yes.
Baby knife. Every time he stabs someone with baby knife, baby knife. It's like, oh, baby knife.
Yes.
No, there was too many fun things in there. It was one of those movies that I can't wait to watch again because I gotta find all the things. All of the things.
You are obsessive about that.
I mean, I'm not going to make a video giving you the 7 billion things in
I'm
Deadpool
sure that's already
that you
out there. I'm
missed.
sure somebody's already made that video anyway.
Yeah,
so.
pirates. Yar.
I'd rather find it myself.
Me too. I was having more fun.
Yeah.
Poking you. Fantastical.
Yes.
Blob who's lost weight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't looking as good. But...
No.
The Juggernaut.
That's you're missing part of that quote.
I am. He didn't say it. I thought for sure they'd say it.
Yeah.
He didn't say it. I just was like, do the thing.
Of all the words, that would have been like the most timid of all the profanity you could have.
Oh boy, would that have been? That would have been timid.
Yeah.
That would have been it. I do, again, I applaud the heart of the story, though. It carried through the entire absurdity of everything.
It did.
The fact
whole
that
Logan
he
story.
wanted to save... Yeah, I mean, Wade's motivation was they're saving the world and they're saving my world.
Yeah.
Saving my people. People I love, the people I cherish, care about. These movies built up to having these relationships with him and what he would do to protect them.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And then the Logan story of that being the worst Logan...
Yeah.
Turning into, in an evolving past, even the Logan we saw in Logan.
In a way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turning into a hero. I think we all
a hero that would sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
And that he's going to carry on. I mean, X-23 is in this timeline. I thought for sure he was going
to die too again, but no.
No, because X-23 is in this in that Earth, the 1005.
Yeah.
Because okay then.
I think we see it again too. I think Secret War. So. I think
Secret War. Why not combine them? You've shown the two numbers. Yeah. We know which universe Deadpool, the Foxverse, I'll call it now, is in.
The Foxverse.
The Foxverse.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But no, excellent movie.
Excellent movie. Well, now we got to put it on the hammers.
Okay.
Hammer.
Are you doing it first or mine?
You always do it first.
Do I know? I think I've made you go first a couple times.
Well, we're sticking to what I know.
All right.
Scale is a 1 to 10. How many hammers does Deadpool and Wolverine receive?
It gets 9 hammers.
9?
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's just a great, enjoyable movie. And again, it's not the type of movie you're supposed to sit there and dissect, which I enjoy doing. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. But I can turn my brain off, and I can just sit there and, appreciate something for what it is.
I'm sure someone has, look at all the inconsistencies with the movies it's supposed to be involved in, but I don't care.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
I don't care. Nobody cares. That's not the point of this movie.
It's too fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Wow.
I had way too much fun. My OCD was off the charts, looking for all the little nooks and crannies in there. I was having such a great time, even aside from the movie being fun and excellent. And
wow, 9.5.
No, I really had fun.
I get it. I agree.
It was almost a perfect movie for me.
Well, but I'd take a 9.5 to be is almost perfect.
It was an almost perfect movie for me.
All right. I'm not going to disagree.
I need to see the Gambit movie with Channing Tatum.
He just make him Gambit,
good.
And you're going to do the X-Men in the MCU, so just make him Gambit.
Yeah.
Do it. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
It's like he was auditioning. I mean, I loved his references to the fact that he never got a chance to.
He's like, I've been here since I was born. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Yes, they did reference that he was talking about he was supposed to be something.
He was supposed to be in. Yeah. We're talking about I was a hero. I failed my universe, and I say, well, some of us never got a chance.
Some of us never got a chance. Yeah.
Give him that chance, Marvel.
Give him a chance.
Give him the chance. He earned it. He was great.
Marvel must be happy, patting themselves on the back, saying, hey, you know what? We got a successful movie out there. As long as they don't try and replicate it. Do not copy this movie. You got to keep doing your own thing. Tread your own path. I think I saw good things in the Captain America Brave New World trailer.
Sure, yeah.
Taking itself seriously,
Looks
which
like Civil
is good.
War and Winter Soldier, which are two of the better MCU movies in my
because
opinion.
They're serious. I mean, if you take a jokey character, yes, I expect jokes, but when you take Falcon and Red Hulk, I want something serious. Oh my god, the Hulk cameo we didn't even mention.
No, we didn't.
Hulk. So many good moments in this movie. Too many to list, honestly. We're just dragging this out now. I'm sorry.
We are, yeah.
We already hammer scaled it, so I guess
hammer-scaled
we're
it.
good here.
So now it's your turn.
Yeah, I got to spend like an hour looking through the internet finding images for all the cameos I talked about.
Oh,
if I
good
can.
luck.
Oh, I know. It's going to be bad. They're going to be low res if I find them at all.
Yeah. All right, well, that is going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Let us know if you have seen Deadpool and Wolverine. And if you have, how many hammers do you give it? And if you haven't, go see it.
No spoilers in our comment section, please.
Well, you put a spoiler warning and
spoiler
page down.
warning. Your
do
comments.
what you got to do. Yeah. But anyway, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Marvel. And until next time, thanks for watching.